In this video, we're going to be concerned with evaluating and comparing an investment in one share of the stock of SPY and then investing in the portfolio insurance strategy. Portfolio insurance, remember, is to invest in one share of the stock and one put option. In this case, we selected a put option that had a strike price for this portfolio insurance of about $380. And that's reflected here in this formula. So the put option payoff is here on line 15. The price of this put option was $30.10. And that was our simulated price. And so for this analysis, we chose to use our risk-neutral stock price and our simulated price for the put option. What'll happen is that basically that'll make the investment in both cases about equal to zero. And so what we're going to observe is the difference in the variability in the two. Now, the VAR, value at risk, is a way to compare these two investments and their variability. So we'll calculate the VAR, value at risk, and the CVAR. And typically to do that, we create a formula for the loss. And the loss on these two strategies is simply just the negative 1 times their payoff. And so I've just got a negative sign in front of the B17, and that'll be the loss. And then a negative sign in front of the payoff on the portfolio insurance strategy. So we'll create outputs for both of these. So here we have the discounted stock payoff loss. And here we have the portfolio insurance loss. The VAR and CVAR can be calculated just directly from the original outputs, but this is typically the way this is handled in finance, so we'll introduce it this way. So we'll simulate these two. And let's first go into the discounted stock payoff. So remember, in this output, positive values are losses. And so if we want to find the 5% value at risk, it is simply the 95th percentile of this loss distribution. And it's convenient that in at risk, it's the top of the 90% certainty interval. So this 9180 is the 5% value at risk. And we'll note here that this is a 5% value at risk. It's possible to have other percentages. All right, now the conditional value at risk. All of these losses out in the tail here exceed the VAR. So the interpretation of the VAR is that 5% of the time, the investment in a share of SPY is going to incur a loss of 91.8 or more. But what is the average loss in that range? And so we can do that by applying a filter. And we'll define a filter down here to the left in the output screen. And we'll do a standard filter. And basically what we want to do is just filter out the right tail of the loss distribution above the 95th percentile. And so this is the tail of the distribution. And we see that the mean of the values in this tail is $110.04. So that is the 5% conditional value at risk. So when the losses are really large, the average of those losses is about $110. Now let's look at what portfolio insurance does. In terms of the loss, the portfolio insurance, the 5% of largest losses are all above $20.20, and in reality, they're probably all $20.20 because the median here is $20.20. But that nevertheless is the 5% VAR. And then the CVAR will apply the filter again. And it should be relatively obvious what's going to happen here when we filter out above the 95th percentile. We're basically going to get a mean that's also equal to $20.20. So this is a good way to illustrate how the portfolio insurance strategy eliminates the losses. We already looked at the upside of the portfolio insurance strategy, and there's not quite as high an upside as owning the share stock, but it can be insurance against very large decreases.